How far are you willing to go to reach your destination? Are you willing to risk death? Not all of the world's roads are paved, and lit up with street lamps. Not one of these roads even has guardrails to stop drivers from falling thousands of feet into the abyss. These are treacherous areas, where each step is more dangerous than the one before. From a road that's regarded as the 8th world wonder with alarming death rates, to one road that has been dubbed the Road of Death, here are 10 dangerous roads in the world. 10. Karakoram Highway. Beware of the Karakoram Highway. Every step in the 800-mile road is a race against death. When you're faced with threats of avalanches, flooding, heavy snow, and landslides, it's understandable that this road has a high mortality rate. It runs between Pakistan and China, and it's often regarded as the 8th world wonder. You just have to look at the story of its original construction to understand how dangerous it is. In 1955, more than 1,000 workers were killed while working on the roads due to landslides and blasts. Frequent incidents include buses tumbling into gorges after taking sharp turns or landslides slamming into cars. 9. Zoji Pass. This is a road where you can plummet 11,500 feet to your death. The Zoji Pass, located in India, is actually often closed during the winter season because of how dangerous it is. Heavy snowfall can cause thick walls of ice to form along either side of the road. But even under regular and mild weather conditions, it's still a nearly impossible challenge to get through the Zoji Pass in one piece. The super dangerous road, 11,500 feet up and slicker than anything you can ever imagine. Yeah, it doesn't have any guardrails. One wrong turn on the steering wheel and you'll be knocked off the narrow path. But any accident of this nature can be attributed to the driver's inexperience of carelessness. How about the other dangers of the world? The Zoji Pass is scarily prone to avalanches and landslides, which if you survive, you'll be stranded at high elevations with no one coming to help. 8. Guilang Tunnel. Known by the locals as a road that does not tolerate mistakes, the Guilang Tunnel is a chilling road that looks like a trail in a mythological story. It's carved into the side of a steep mountain. You can thank 13 villagers who built the tunnels themselves, all 4,000 feet of it, into the Tai Hang Mountains back in the 1970s. Some of the villagers actually died during construction, but the others continue. It took 5 years to make this cursed tunnel. Despite the many tunnels' twists, turns, and dips is the most unpredictable places, there are no barriers. You'll need monk-like focus to cross the road in one piece. But there's a new danger you didn't know you could face. There are no street lamps to guide you. Absolute darkness. 7. Kabul Highway Road. Known as the Valley of Death, danger is jumping out at every corner of Afghanistan's Kabul Highway Road. The mortality rate and the death toll associated with it are so astronomically high that the locals have lost count of how many people died. This 2-lane winding road is prone to car crashes, kidnappings, and suicide bombings. The drivers who drive along the road are known to race through it at alarming speeds, despite it being so narrow that only one car could fit. Kabul Highway Road is also notorious for attracting Taliban-led suicide bombings and kidnappings. 6. Kalima Road. 70.8 miles of clutching your steering wheel with a death grip, the Kalima Road is one terrifying stance against death. It's part of the National Highway 26 in the eastern extremity of the Kishtwar district of Jammu region of Jammu and Kashmir, India. The death-defying dangers you can meet: unpaved grounds, no guardrails, total isolation, slippery mud, and steep cliffs that would happily throw you off. The Kalima Road is so extreme that it's only open during the summer. Although all 70 miles are challenging, there is a particular 6-mile stretch that's notoriously hazardous. Over your head, rocky overhangs always look like they're on the verge of falling onto your car. You can credit local villagers with carving out this road hundreds of years ago. It hasn't been repaired by the government ever since. The road, which itself is unpaved by the way, only dirt and gravel here, is unstable in place. One wrong bump can launch your car 2,000 feet off a vertical cliff. 5. Luxor Horganda. Luxor Horganda Road links two of Egypt's most popular tourist cities, the ancient city of Luxor, that houses some of the most famous temples in the world, and Horganda, the spot for several scuba diving resorts on the Red Sea. One problem though, the alarmingly high fatality rate. The road has literally been described as a death trap. The road is perfectly smooth, just a highway with beautiful scenery on the side. The trouble is when the dangerous road bandits are always looking to take advantage of stranded tourists. Driving at night is strongly avoided. But when there's no escape, some people are even too afraid to turn their headlights on while driving in the dark to escape the notice of these bandits, triggering another danger: traffic accidents. Cars are known to collide without even seeing each other, and the dangerous speeds only raise the probability of not being able to stop on time. 4. Kalima Highway. Literally known as the Road of Bones, Kalima Highway is a highway to death. located in Siberia connecting Magadan and Yakutsk, where, not so fun fact is, the coldest temperature ever recorded outside of Antarctica is. Kalima Highway is 1,079 miles of hazardous mountains, desert, forest, and everything in between. Most of it is unpaved and filled with sharp rocks. During the winter season, which lasts for a whopping 10 months, there are several mud sections that make it impossible to drive more than a few feet along. The sand sections suddenly start after turning a corner. It's during the rainy season when this road is its most dangerous. The usual clay that covers it turns to a mud blanket, swallowing cars, trucks, and tractors alike. The road is also extremely desolate. If you have the misfortune of having a large truck ahead of you, it could throw clouds of dust in your face, hiding any oncoming vehicle, and there is a cherry on top. The maps of Kalima Highway are usually outdated, and wildlife and bear threats are a thing here. 3. Dalton Highway. No gas stations, restaurants, hotels, or medical services available for 240-mile stretch. The 414-mile Dalton Highway is a death reaper at this point. Even the most experienced device road truckers are terrified of the slippery ground of the Dalton Highway. Located in Alaska during wintertime, the road becomes deathly slippery and icy. You're advised to bring supplies on your own safety gear because no one will be coming to rescue you if something there were to go wrong. There have been instances when ice road truckers absolutely refuse to cross it, and when you consider the avalanche-prone surrounding tundra, the Dalton Highway is more like a graveyard at this point. 2. Sichuan Tibet Highway. Connecting Chengdu and Sichuan and Lhasa in Tibet, the Sichuan-Tibet Highway is responsible for an eye-opening number of 7,500 deaths for every 100,000 drivers that pass through it. It's 1,330 terrifying miles long and an elevation of 15,420 feet. It's constantly plagued with avalanches, rock slides, mudslides, and the risks that come with driving around sharp cliffs and hairpin turns. The altitude alone would trigger altitude sickness in travelers. The scarce oxygen is only half of what is at sea level. If that doesn't get you, everything else about it will be vomit-inducing enough. Sure, you'll pass by some of Tibet's most famous rivers such as Dadu River, Jinshu River, and Nuzheng, but you'll also cross numerous treacherous sections. Let's say you pass the 99 harrowing switchbacks and the 1,200-meter descent onto a dangerous bridge. The real danger could be beside you all along. When drivers get stuck for hours and days on end, hostility is common, and brawls are often triggered due to boredom, constant fights, harassment, and even theft. Kidnapping aren't uncommon when drivers get stuck in the mud for weeks. 1. North Youngest Road. North Youngest Road, affectionately nicknamed Death Road, often comes up as the world's most dangerous road. North Youngest Road is a severely narrow stretch in the Cordillera Oriental Mountain in Bolivia, just 12 feet wide. You'll be nervous to even cross it on foot. You'll almost always find it shrouded in rain and fog, making it impossible to see what's ahead of you. What ups the danger factor is the fact that the road is a whopping 4,000 to 15,000 feet above the ground. One sharp or wrong turn could send you plummeting into the abyss. And get this, most of the road sections are unpaved, and there are no guardrails present to lessen the fall or any accident. And these are all of the dangerous roads that we have for you today. What do you think of these treacherous paths? Are you willing to take the risk and face all the avalanches, landslides, and millions of other dangers? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and before you go, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to Weeklypedia and click that notification bell to be alerted whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.